trying to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Welcome everyone. Today I'm Kokaitis, your color caster for today, and today this match will be co-casted by none other than
CJ brother. Hello, happy to be here.
yes, I'm happy to be here with you as well, brother. So, it's been looking pretty spicy with the standings on this series in the top bracket. Zero Gaming and Evil Gaming securing themselves a spot in the top bracket.
Yeah, it should be a good one. It's the last first round playoff game we've got. So the stakes aren't crazy high, but I think both teams, win or lose, get another shot at it because they finished so well in the regular season. But still, they should still be a good one.
Of course, it's gonna be a good one. It's Evil Gaming and Zero Gaming, and well, from what I've heard, Zero Gaming has gotten a lot of clutch moments.
Oh yeah, the back's against the
Yeah,
wall. Oh, well, hopefully they won't have to use them. Hopefully they'll stride to victory. Where do you hang on? Let me just see if we can bring up where they finished in the regular
Hope,
season.
hopefully.
So it looks like, yeah, so Zero Gaming came in 7th and Team Evo 3rd. So there's quite a big difference between the two. But um yeah, so it's they're quite well matched. They were both Division 1 teams, but in terms of the performance that they displayed in the regular season, Team Evo came out ahead. So we'll see if they're able to continue with that level of form.
Well, it depends on how Team Evo is gonna play and how they're going to respect Zero Gaming. Since you don't want to fight a team that's good in backs against the wall, all of a sudden you get reverse sweep. Yeah,
Mm.
no, I don't want to experience that. Yeah.
Where we've seen a couple of those in the LEC and the LCS over the last couple of weeks, haven't we? The old reverse sweep. Not seems sort
Oh
of
yes.
unstoppable once it starts to happen.
Yes, not only unstoppable, it it causes this sort of mental damage to to all sorts of players. Like even the Mighty Wonder, like when he got reverse sweep against Rogue, it, it just shattered and gave G2 the 3-0 win. So I hope that doesn't happen.
So I think you've come a bit more prepared than I have. Have you got anyone to watch this series? Any standouts that you think might be we should keep an eye on?
I don't want to be too particular, but we're gonna have to watch out for their picks for Evo, where they might pick a Yasuo Lilia for their engage in team fights, or maybe there would be Zero Gaming with their signature Zeri and their favorite Volibear. Like they always pull out a Volibear. We've seen it in the regular season. I hope to see it in playoffs. If not,
Really?
that would make me a very sad caster.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. They're kind of not off meta, but then they're not that regularly seen, are they? So it'll be interesting to see if Evo have an answer for them. If
Yeah.
they've been hero crafting of their own. Let's see.
Well, it's not just going to be this playing with their main champion. Sometimes they want to play these 5 mats and experiment. Oh, what do I want to play? What do I not want to play against uh, Evo, against Zero? What do I want to avoid picking since they play like this? It's these type of things that they want to consider when practicing. Yeah, it's some of these things.
So I'm going down the list, and I think I'm looking at Shanky Punto, if I've got
Hmm?
that right. And I think he could be a little dark horse here. I think I believe he is the captain of Zero Gaming, and I think they do tend to play through him. He's got a lot of carry junglers, and he does like you said, whip out the Lilia from time to time. I'd be interested to see what he passed like into the into
I
Evo's Obsidian if he is playing today.
I think the best counter to Evo is try to engage a bit more, as Zero Gaming, like, they love to engage. So I want to see them try and pick off Evil, bring us to that 2-1-1 situation, bring us to the game three. Show us why we're waiting for the playoffs. Am I right?
Mm, bit of wow factor,
Hmm.
definitely.
We we don't want to watch playoffs and then, oh, one team gets beat. We want to see a real match, right? We,
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm just trying to bring up the last time these teams faced each other to see which way it went. I assume that Evo won just because of their standings. It doesn't look like they've lost a lot of games. Um, okay. So what about, were there any particular, what do you think of the current meta? We're still on we've not had the MSI patch yet. What do you think in terms of overall team strength? Where should teams focus their efforts? Where should they put their resources?
it's pretty hard to say because I don't really want to force, like, this is the meta that they must follow. Because, like,
Okay.
uh,
Okay. Well, what about just your feeling, your opinion? Nothing concrete. Just how would you if you're playing, how would you demand resources to be spent, or what's your take, hot take, if you like?
I think I've mentioned it a couple of times
Mm.
in stream, but I think that you guys should really invest in top laners, since top laners tend to dictate, like, how your match is gonna go. Because top lane is like, oh, okay, if that guy is a top diff, yeah, we're not, no one's having fun in the team fight. We're not having fun in the team fights because if he's ahead, he will just go triple kill, quadra kill, and he doesn't even have attack items.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I agree that the bruiser items are quite powerful, and there are quite a few powerful picks up there which can just put the team on their back in 1v9. But I don't think I've seen, at least from my own games, which Bronze One isn't much to speak of, but the top lane, the island is gone. Is it? It's no longer. You should send people to the island to rescue your top laner, get them involved. What happened to the What happened to our bot lane centric? Where's our Jinx and Aphelios every game? Where they
They're not.
still not priorities?
They're still our priorities. It's more of this, like, they have to be a bit skilled, because if the top laner gets ahead, there's no stopping them. If the bot lane gets ahead, however, there's still a chance of stopping them because they're still
I see
squishy.
what you mean. Some counterplay. We all know Riot does not like counterplay. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. I've got a different view, but I respect it. I think you're onto something there, because I don't see what were we looking at in professional play recently. It was Ornn, wasn't it? Ornn was the surprise carry top laner that everyone whipped out.
Yep.
I'm just have a look, see if anyone.
I think with the new items that, well, not exactly new. It's the way they've been balancing the items, that bruisers are somehow coming back, and it's scarier than before.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on the top and see if there are any top diffs happening. Um,
How about
now,
you?
how about my own opinion? It's jungle all the
Yeah.
way.
Oh,
Get a
yes.
nice
I
farm, get a
truly do.
Karthus, and just go late, just farm up. Um,
Karthus, Rengar, all those level
yeah,
6 champions.
just. Oh, it looks like we're going into draft now. So we'll bring that
Oh,
up for
nice.
you. So Team Zero Gaming on the left, Evo on the right. We'll see what they've got for us today. Oh, so any priority bans you think of? You can think of any meta breaking, like those bruisers that you're expecting to see out here. Is there any pocket picks that should be taken away that you know off the top of your head?
Uh, hmm.
I'm looking.
From what I'm seeing,
Hmm,
Zero should be banning stuff like Evo's Yasuo or Evo's Lillian.
Okay.
or the LeBlanc, because as I've seen, Evil is just this team that they're so good in laning, but they're like not, but they're not the best in picking like engage kind of comp. So
Mm.
it won't be that fun for them in the early game. So yeah, if you pick those that out, they're gonna have to find a way to like, okay, I need to scale, but there no Yasuo.
No Yasuo. Okay. Okay. So I'm looking. I think you're right. I think a nice wombo combo, go in and leave it all on the table, is the way that these teams need to play to get the result they need. I'm looking and I'm thinking in terms of pocket picks or fun things we could see. I'd like to see a Rengar, I think, this series. I think he's quite strong, and although he doesn't have great competitive viability, I feel like some of the caliber of player we've got, they could really make it work. I believe Zero play it, if I'm not mistaken, like you said.
Yeah,
That would be
there was a player in specifically. I think it was Evo, where they love the Rengar. Evo and Zero, they love their
really, so it
Rengar.
could be
Yep,
contested. That would be fun. I hope they let it through.
yep,
Okay.
yeah. It's just us praying it gets through.
So there's a small delay on the draft. I think we're still waiting. We're a little bit of technical difficulties with the draft link, which I think we're hoping to get resolved soon. So we'll just fill. We'll fill in the meantime. Um, but not like we've not been filling this whole time. To be honest.
No, I mean like we've been feeling them like what to expect with Zero versus Evil, but now it's draft time. So who do you think would be priority bans based on the meta you're seeing right now?
Oh, my view of the meta is completely out of whack. So as of a week ago, I was thinking, let's get like you said, get those bruises out of there, take away one of the high priority carries in Aphelios or Jinx, maybe take the Zyra away. But now, not so sure. Not so sure. I think OP things. I think Zeri's dropped off in terms of priority, in terms of overpoweredness. I think you can deal with it reasonably well with a misfortune or a Zaya or just anything that doesn't really require running at them, and has good retreat capabilities. Supports, I kind of think Leona's a little busted right now, just in the ability to pull the trigger, the strong laning, and the roaming potential. And I believe these supports roam a lot. I think they're never, well, they're hardly ever with their AD. They're always mid, looking for a cheese, looking for a level 2 roam, looking for an early gank to get the lead. So I feel like getting a good bot lane is quite pivotal here, and maybe taking away some of those high impact supports.
Yes, I think I see what you're getting here. Uh, the hilly kind of support, the hilly
Mm,
roams.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
If you are against the hilly fights, nah. The hilly support, it's not fun if you're against it because he would be like in mid lane, and then the next gank he would be in top lane, then back in bot, then goes to mid.
Oh goodness. Okay, so we're hearing that we might have an issue with one of the players not being able to connect or having some sort of technical issue. We'll see if we can get that resolved, and we'll keep you updated as we go.
I'm
Uh,
pretty sure they can get it resolved.
yeah, pretty bold.
Yeah, I would. Of course, I have confidence in the teams playing. They're in the playoffs. They didn't get the playoffs for nothing. Am I right?
That's true. That's true. Well, like I said, they whatever the outcome is, I think both teams will play again in the next round if if we do have a dodge in the lobby. So with that being said, so we've done bot, we've done AD. What do you think mid right now? What do you think the power lies? Because I mean, do you watch a lot of competitive? Or are you where's
I
your
I've been following competitive, but the thing is, when I follow competitive, I'm so loyal to Wonder because, like, come on, it's Wonder. One
okay, Wonder fanboy, yeah.
Yes, Wonder fanboy, and after seeing the recent plays of humanoid, I would I would he's my favorite then Caps. So yeah,
That's me.
I'm a fan of both. But yeah, from what I'm really seeing realistically, I think mages are starting to dominate again, especially with the balance of the magic item. So now everything is getting buffed again. And still, I do not stop. Like, I can't stop seeing the quirky mid. Like, every single pro game, they get quirky mid.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up Corky. What do you think of his overall strength? Um, because he seems to be picked quite a lot. I know that the guy that I regularly play with, he's been playing spamming a lot of Corky. Yeah, what are your thoughts on its viability? Because they're using it, but
And
it's good.
can we ask Riot to nerf it somehow? Because I'm getting bored of seeing quirky and pro play. I was waiting for humanoids LeBlanc, for Caps LeBlanc, for Caps Rise. But no, they fall back on it when their backs is on against the wall. Like, guys, there are lots of nice AP champs you can put in it. Silas, LeBlanc, Zyra, Brand, Ari, Azir, and I've got tons more. Wait, one last.
So you think there are, but do you think there are answers to it? Do you think because there's
Yes,
always something, isn't there? There's always something. I've even started seeing what was I saying? I completely lost my thought. AP on here, Nico. But it looks like we are having some technical difficulties, so we will just take a short break and we'll hopefully be back soon.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are
So, hello, welcome back. Well, looks like we've fixed our issue potentially. We've got Evo, I believe, have had to make an emergency
no,
substitute. Oh, sorry. Was it?
Oh,
Oh, is it zero?
wait. Let me double check. Let me double.
It was
Yeah, it
zero.
was 0.
Okay. Yeah. So the support has been switched out for an unknown. We've got the OP.GG, but
Well,
you know, more dramatic.
I don't think it's unknown. I think it's one of their friends that they scrim with.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it could be
I, I,
fine for synergy.
it is. It is. I mean, who would you trust? Am I right? Your scrim partners, if they're available.
It is. I mean, do you play a lot of bot lane? I think the connection between your AD and support, it can be so hot and cold. You can have two really good players, but still, if you're not as in synced as you'd like to be, it could spell disaster for your in-game goals.
Yes.
And it looks like
Actually,
we are
yes.
into draft right now, so 0 to ban. Let's see what they come
Actually,
up. Yep.
yep. Yep. So while waiting, I'd like to explain on that. So yeah,
Oh, all right.
the ADC support synergy has to be there. Like you can't separate Healy and Reckless. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, we've seen what happens when you when you mismatch your support duo, and with that, we've got a Nautilus ban from Zero Gaming. So, like we were talking about, the harder engaged supports looking like a priority. Excuse me.
Well, I think they've been. It's not unfair to say that Zero has been watching how Evo plays. I think they might be observing like, hey, Evo might want to go for this hard engage. So no, we take out the Nautilus.
Mm.
Nautilus
The
fan.
red side, so Evo banning taking away the Lulu, which I believe is a direct response to the substitute who does play a little bit. Oh, quite a lot of Lulu. So that's a little late scouting there, which is all good. Vayne to follow. That's a bit niche, but I think Vayne overall power is quite strong in the current items that are available to them. The shield bow is pretty broken along with a lot of the other attack speeds. And then two mages, Victor being taken off the table, and Ari as the final ban from Zero. Any
Well,
thoughts on that?
yeah. Thank you for asking. Actually, Ari has been meta surprisingly. Like, if you've been watching competitive, Caps has been destroying all the EU teams with Ari. I don't know what the magic of Ari is, but Ari, the cute fox that just destroys EU and gives them 12-0.
Yeah, it was a very impressive performance, but that we won't be seeing that this game at least. And Aphelios to complete the
Maybe.
bans for us today. Um,
I mean, who likes Aphelios? No, just kidding.
so Lee Sin, first pick priority. I don't know if that maybe that's a contested pick. I'm not quite sure about the priority on that, or maybe just trying to keep your cards close to your chest.
It's probably Chanky Puto's niche. But this is also surprising since this means they have to be a lot more aggressive than before.
Mm. The Karma and the Zaya locked in there, so the bot lane shown for Team Evolution.
Wait, uh, am I? Can I stop you right there? Because I
Yeah.
think that might be Karma mid. We don't know.
Oh, you're right. You know, you're right. It could be. It could be flexed. Could even be Karma top if you're an old boy. Back in the day, the old tank Karma top.
Oh, oh, yeah, we're not gonna go that route.
No.
I mean, there's just too much on the line for them. I don't think anyone wants to risk it.
And looks like the Jinx to answer. So bot carries or AD carries locked in now for both teams. What do you think of that particular matchup? Any who's won that battle in your eyes?
Hmm, this is a pretty tough call since Zaya has been starting to be meta again, but it's hard to destroy something like Jinx.
Hmm.
But looking on this lineup, I think it's going to be Jinx now, maybe because Lee Sin is just an aggressive jungler. He can just say, "Oh, I'll go bot," then okay, he's done. He'll just go top, then go bot, then mid, and wherever. If he does well, yeah, I'm betting on Jinx and Nami.
Okay, all right. We've got Gragas is the final first phase ban for Evo. Nice weak side top. We can assume it's top. It doesn't really see much play anywhere else at the minute. And it looks like they will ban out two top laners as well, the Graves and the Mordekaiser from Team Evo, to really pinch that top lane matchup, put it in their favor. And you were right with the Yas ban. Zero answer with a Yas ban. See what they decide on to complete their ban phase. And LeBlanc again, you called it again, another good call. And Poppy immediately locks in a little bit more niche, and obviously could be played top and jungle, but they have a, I don't know, I think jungle is probably where we're more likely to see it, perhaps. I'm not entirely read up on which is more popular currently.
I think this is just them flexing.
Mm,
But from what I see, I think this is either gonna be Gragas mid or jungle or top. But I wouldn't be surprised if Gragas was in mid.
there's a lot of questions here, isn't it? There's a lot of questions.
I mean, we won't know until we see
Exactly.
either who's
Exactly.
picking them or what's their last pick.
But
Not
that
like
means Zero doesn't know either. They don't. They're still mystified potentially, unless they've done their homework and know exactly where this is going.
But the Tom Kench top is actually a good pick. Solid pick.
You still think so? After the nerf hammers?
It's not just about the nerfs, it's about the mastery of it. Although the nerfs do like affect
Make
like
it,
okay,
yeah.
how are you gonna play?
And Vex to complete Team Evo's. Kaiser Hover to answer potentially. Oh, and the last minute switch to Rise. Okay.
I thought we were gonna get the Kaisa mid faker style
Okay.
domination.
So we got our teams. Yeah.
Yep, we got our drafts.
The faker mid domination. I mean, I'm not sure if they're quite up to faker's level, but I'm sure they can prove me wrong.
No, I mean Kaisa mid is like it's borderline trolling if you aren't faker. Oh, well, we'll see. So where do you think the Gragas is going?
I don't know. I think it will be top because it's nice, it's safe. You don't have to do anything. You can just drink your barrels and enjoy the view. I think
Yes.
the Poppy sort of has to, I don't know, has to get a bit more done. I think that Poppy jungle might be more valuable than Gragas jungle currently in Gragas's current state. But again, I don't know. It's too many flexes, too many flexies.
Too many flexes on Evil's side.
Exactly.
So
So if we run down, no, we don't know yet. We still don't know where things are going. What about Vex Rise? What do you think of that matchup in isolation?
matchup in isolation.
Mm,
Matchup in mid.
mm,
It's more skill. It's more skill.
more skill. Okay.
But I feel that Vex would have the upper hand because she just has natural CC, like the any kind of CC and the
Yeah.
any kind of burst. But right, I don't know. It just feels more Vex favored. It
Okay.
will just be dependent on how
Yeah.
fast they press their buttons or how
Well,
they execute their laning against evil.
okay. So with terms of pushing, I think you're right. I think Vex probably does get the push. So I expect Lee Vex to sort of Lee Sin to sort of dictate this early game, with having mid pressure, the way that it should go. If everyone plays their buttons correctly. In terms of the effect that'll have on Team Evo, so we were talking a little bit about jungle matchup earlier on.
Mhm.
So if you're you have to forgive me, I'm not entirely sure who is jungling for Evo today, but if you're them,
It's Chanky.
oh, it is Chanky. Okay, so if you're Chanky, I believe he is the stronger of the two junglers. Who are you playing towards? Where are you putting your resources if you have that advantage?
If I was Chanky,
If you're Chanky, you've got the push. Where are you going? Where are you using that advantage you've got?
first, I can't say, oh, I'll give the advantage right away because it's going to be, it might be, I want to give the advantage to top lane, to Riverick, but Riverick is having a hard time against Gragas. Okay, I have to cross that out. So
I'm
I'm gonna have
looking
to.
at, yeah.
I think the best one would be give Vex a lot of priority, a lot of resources. Vex, so she can just roam and counter Rise, because Rise at level 6 would be like, hey, everybody, let's roam.
Okay.
We need everybody here. Teleport, and everyone is there all of a sudden. It's 1v5. Yeah, no, I don't want to get through that.
Okay, so play through mid. Okay, that sounds like a reasonable assumption. If the Rise, yeah, the Rise is vulnerable as well. He's quite relatively short ranged early on. Should be fairly easy to exploit. Moving down to the bot lane. So you said you'd favored Jinx Nami, is that right? To Xayah, or you weren't sure because of Xayah's newfound strength. I think it's a lethality build they're going.
Yeah, yep, it's lethality Xayah again.
Mm. Okay, so with that isolation 2v2, we've got strength in. Well, we should have priority from Zero Gaming initially, and whether Evo can wrestle that off them. But that should give more
Except
pressure.
for Kench.
Yeah, how does that go?
No, you're not pressuring anyone as Tom Kench unless Gragas is going Mega Tank.
Really?
Yes, based on my
'Cause
experience.
he used to be a really big lane bully, didn't he, Tom Kench, before he got nerfed into the ground. That's interesting. We'll see how that. We'll keep an eye on that one. But I mean, it is at the end of the day, it is sort of two tanks slapping each other, so there's not too much to see. But yeah, yeah. Okay then. So nothing should happen top. Gragas isn't going to pressure Tom. Tom's not going to pressure Gragas. Mid jungle. Oh, jungle. So Lee Sin into Poppy. So I think that's a tricky one, isn't it? Because there are mechanics from Poppy side which can really hinder Lee Sin. But obviously Lee Sin has the ability to hold those spells and play, and it's just I think a more expressive champion. Hopefully he can outplay that, or if it's definitely a skillful matchup to watch out for. I'm interested to see if the interrupts come in from the Poppy to deny Lee that last tick of damage and so on, and perhaps some of these insect plays go down the toilet because of a clutch moment. Oh, I don't know about you. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited to get in this. See what these teams have to offer.
Yes, if the insect plays do uh pull through though, I want to see it all the way. We can't have those insect plays thrown down the toilet. You can't be so mean to
We'll see. We'll
Legion
see.
players who aren't high elo.
Well, why are you playing it then? Play Moo.
No, that's worse.
Oh.
I'd rather play Zac. At least Zac has damage when you play tank.
Yeah. Okay. So they do both
And
play Lee, actually. Obsidian and Chanky both play Lee. So they should know what they're doing. And in terms of the Poppy, I can't see an awful lot of Poppy from Obsidian. So maybe this is a new pick or something they've been practicing directly for this matchup. Maybe they knew they were going to get.
This is maybe his niche pick. Maybe he'd be
Mm,
practicing with another account, so
this
it
is
would
true. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's true. Well, stream, you got your wish. I shall hydrate.
Okie dokie. So it looks like we're nearly all caught up. Nearly about to jump in. Any predictions for let's say game one. Let's say this game. But who's gonna win? Put you on the spot.
I I know I might get a little bit of flack, but I think Zero Gaming has this one. Like everything is solid. It's so easy to execute. I don't think it would be difficult for them to execute because the lineup of Evil is a bit harder to execute, even if like bot lane is somehow a lot stronger. They're playing too much around kiting.
I am gonna
How about
disagree.
how about you?
I'm gonna disagree. I think the Poppy difference is it's just beautiful. There's just nothing that can go wrong with a Poppy on your team. Poppy Gragas. And with that,
Oh,
we are into game. So we'll
we are, and
keep an eye
oh,
out.
I saw that emblem. Did you see it?
I did.
Someone's a fanatic fan.
Well, not necessarily a wonder fan though. So we'll keep an eye out for
That's
any gnarly cheese coming on here. Any Gouda. It looks like we've got a 4-man invade moving towards the mid lane. No, they're not gonna find too much. Let's see if Kisso's gonna get up there.
Let's see if wait, Evil is actually careful.
Yeah, they will spot Bubba. And just drop down some early vision. Okay,
That's actually a
okay.
good call.
Yeah,
bad
we'll see if Zero Base can sweep that. Doesn't look like they've got any intention of, but they did manage to get their own ward onto red buff. So both teams have exactly the same vision, except Vex doesn't have a ward now. So maybe there'll be some shenanigans there.
Wait, I would like to ask the observer what Lee Sin leveled up on level 1.
Ooh.
Uh,
Q.
oh, Q. Okay. Oh, right. That's strat. If you are heavily leashed, level up Q. If no one's leashing you, go double E.
It looks like we've got a bit of shenanigans coming up to the red buff. So Riverex is looking to harass them off this, or not, or he's just gonna leave. Oh, boo.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Maybe he forces a smite.
Let's see.
More cheap.
Oh,
He doesn't get it. Okay, so nice fiery start to the game. We got a big chunk out of Jinx there. What's up here? The Karma Zaya. So I believe they get the push early, just because Karma level 1 is kind of unmatched in terms of the enchanter supports. So we'll see if anything comes of that. Pathing. Anything interesting about the pathing? I don't believe so. Poppy looking like the
well, it is, especially if you're trying to see Lee Sin, because you normally think when you say Lee Sin, okay, Lee Sin, you just go red, Raptors, blue, Grump, Scuttle. Very standard pathing, because like you have a fast clear, take 2 buffs, take Grump, finish. But I think he's planning to camp top, Chunky Puto.
See what's going on here. It looks like Obsidian's looking for a gank, but Shanky is here as well. We'll see if they know this is happening. Shanky will move first. Rise gets the shun. Poppy coming in. Just misses the wall on that one. The fear coming in clutch to delay long enough. Looks like Shanky will go down first. Obsidian will follow. So that's Vex with oh no, both junglers picking up the kills there. Rice is in a pretty bad lane state, but that was a nice bit of action there. Both junglers had exactly the same idea at exactly the same time.
Yep. Exactly the same time. And I'm completely surprised they didn't go mega tank Argus. They went a a a phase rush Gragas. The move fast but don't deal lots of damage Gragas. Yeah. That Gragas.
So we've got our first blood on the board. We've got Wave pushing in bot. It looks like that doesn't change too much for mid, because both junglers were there and both waves got crashed. But first blood, I believe, went over to Lee Sin. No, sorry, to Obsidian on the Poppy there. So that doesn't change too much, but that is what we like to see. Nice fights, nice early ganks getting on. Again, both junglers pathing away from each other. Jinx looking a little low here. I don't know if she's in kill range. She does have, there's no ignite down there, so no, she'll be fine. Does have heal up as well. Okay. So we've got a bit of a lull, What do you want them to do? What do you want somebody? What's the next stage for, let's say, Team Eva? What do Eva need to be doing now?
What Eva need to be doing now? That's pretty tricky because they cannot really just pull the trigger and say, "Let's start." It's like they just lost 1-for-1 in that. So
we got a little glimpse of that Poppy interaction there with the W cancelling the Lee Sin Q to sort of nullify most of his damage if he does end up maxing Q, which I can't see why he wouldn't. I think Poppy was looking to try and, if Lee Sin wasn't there, maybe dive the Vex off that large wave, maybe. But with Lee Sin being there, they just call it off. And River coming down for a poorly timed roam, much to his, he doesn't know it, and I don't know if Evo knew it either. But he still doesn't know. Oh, Yone.
No.
Oh, buddy, stand back.
Actually, I'm trying to get a sense of what Evo need to do as a 5-man. And
yeah.
I think what Evo wants to do is just keep the aggression, especially on bot lane, since, well, Ori just got plates. They got plates for...
Oh, they did. They've got a lot of plates. They've got 2 plates already. I didn't even see that. Bizarre. So that roam from River, it didn't get him anything, and it looks like he actually might have gotten away with it. He's down 10 CS, but he will get probably the most of this wave. So he doesn't lose too much for that creativity and base at the right time. It looks like Evo are starting up the dragon though. They are on vision. So Zero know this is happening. They're bot lane based, so they're not in position to do anything about this, and it looks like they will just concede.
Let's see if someone's gonna try and steal it.
I don't think so. So they're giving it up. They're giving it up. So a nice early lead for Evo coming up here. They're up about 900 gold, 1,000 gold. Just from CSing better, it looks like across the board. CS leads across every lane, and secure first dragon.
And plates for both teams.
Plates, yeah. The Karma Zaya push is proving to be a little bit too strong for Jinx Nami.
Just now, yeah. You were saying?
But no one's got to be worried. They're both teams scale reasonably well, with the exception of maybe Lee Sin. And
Rise. Rise's scaling has always sucked. Like, let's admit it.
Has always sucked, did you say?
Well, if you aren't building tier, it's not the best scaling.
Right. So yep.
You've got like Victor. He scales so well. It hurts if you get hit by his abilities.
So, bit of aggression on the bot side. Looks like level 6 came in early for Zaya. They're gonna miss the route. Oh, the flash route in for the Karma. Nothing's gonna happen though, because Karma's gonna eat a bubble and it's gonna have to back off. It looks like Jinx and Nami aren't quite finished though. I think they should be. That's a big Q to take to the face. Zaya still has ult heal, so it's in no real danger of dying yet. Jinx took a big chunk for no reason with that large wave coming in, so that's could spell a dive. But it looks like Poppy's on the wrong side of the map, and there's no way to move more members to them. So I think they're just going to take more plates. A nice
Yep. Just more plates.
Just sort of showing the power of the two of them. So it looks like perhaps maybe some synergy differences between the new the emergency sub, because this isn't their regular support that's starting. They had to bring in an emergency sub for those that don't know. Oh, Poppy flashing over the wall here, looking for the Nami. Stat lands the stun onto the Jinx. Jinx will look for the return kill, doesn't quite get it. Karma walks away with a slither of health. Oof, and that's and on the back of it, Zaya actually killed the Nami as well. So that's 2 for nothing plates for no reply from Team Zero. They're looking pretty. The game is getting away from them. They're looking pretty lost right now.
Well, I wouldn't count that out. You almost forgot Zero knows how to play with their backs against the wall.
That is true. That is true. Heavy
I'll
trading
count them out good.
Rivers can see Lee Sin's behind him. He knows he's got backup, but I think Gragas has a surprising amount of burst. Poppy going for a dive on the bot lane. They are really hammering this Jinx. Heal to get in range from Zaya. Chompers will go wide. Bubble will miss as well. Zaya doesn't quite have the damage, does have ult. And there it is. Nami will fall. Jinx looking for the return. I believe Jinx has rocket. This could be a nice cleanup for Jinx. Gets excited. Zaya falls. Wish she could have anything else here. She doesn't know she does know the Karma's there. Oh, but they've gone in far too deep. Jinx got far too excited. That's unfortunate. A nice return kill, but a little over chase there. Zero coming in now to try and find something. They shouldn't get anything. Evo know they're here. They should just get out. Rise looking like he's dancing with death. He's stayed a long time. Will he get out here? We have to expend the flash. Vex firing that off somewhere. Okay. So all in all, what's that? A 3 for 3 for 2, 3 for 1, 3 for 2, and 3 for 1 on the
3 for 1, 3 for 1.
Yeah, Nami twice.
And I'd like to mention to you, like, I think this is how evil, like,
Little
panicking.
Jinx, Lisa just gets caught there, just looking in the middle of nowhere. Didn't quite realize the Karma was roaming up there. And another fight in the top lane could be a fight to the death. Gragas doesn't really have a way out here, and he would just get lickety-licked down by Tom Kent's. Sloppy play, really. He's no reason to be there. His team is so far ahead as well. Just doesn't need to take that fight. And there's no time to breathe because Poppy is back again with another gank. The stun doesn't quite land onto the Jinx, but she will fall anyway. Tether will land onto the Nami, and Nami got nowhere to go and will fall as well. Goodness me. It's an absolute slaughter. I cut you off there. Please continue.
It didn't seem like you cut me off. I mean, even I was surprised at the absolute massacre happening. You aren't alone.
So it looks like...
Yeah.
Yep.
From someone who's tried a lot of jungle, I think this is evil panicking.
Oh, okay.
I mean, why would they focus so much of their energy in stopping Jinx? Am I right?
I mean, we'll see if it works out for them. If they're feeling pretty good about themselves right now. We'll see if they can make anything come from that. In the interim, they did take their second dragon, and it looks like it'll be a Cloud Soul. So nothing crazy, but you know, clouds are nice.
Yes, Cloud Souls are nice. I mean, who doesn't like extra ultimate ability haste? It hasn't hurt anyone, am I right?
Yeah. Yone with the fancy footwear there, dodging everything Vex had to offer. Karma again looking for another tether. Won't quite find it this time. I don't think there was much follow-up there, but still, look, the aggression coming out from Kill, a very fitting gamer tag there from them, because he's playing very in their face and very well with that aggression. He's managed it quite nicely. So nice bit of lull in the game. Looks like they're pushing mid down, sieging up there. Did they get Herald? I believe Zero did get Herald. So they have that space.
Zero got the Herald.
Nami just looking lost here. That's way too far up into a full lethality Zai with 3 kills. That's not what you want to see from your emergency sub. But they are a sub, so they're not their regular support. So we got to cut them some slack, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to play with emergency subs. It's like, as someone who's experienced playing with emergency subs.
Oh, we got another fight here. The turnaround comes in. The Tahm Kench will land the stun onto the Poppy. Then beautiful flash kick there from Chunky. Not back kill. His aggression has finally come back to pay for it, and he's fools as well. So that's 2 for nothing off a gank that Evo started. So that's a nice, like you were mentioning, backs against the walls. Zero seemed to find something out of nothing. A huge shutdown went down to, I believe, Lee Sin took that. Nice.
And I think Shanky took your comment personally about
yeah, he played that really well.
The insect place thrown in the trash. Yeah, I don't think he was too happy to hear that.
Very well played. He did. He put his knee right where his mouth was and then kicked it. It's fantastic. So the lane assignments have moved around now. 14 minutes. Plate's now finished. We've got a nice 1-3-1 looking like it's forming, which is what we'd expect from the Rise, who can roam, and the Gragas, who's just going to soak up all day. And it looks like the 3 strongest members are the Zaya and the Karma and the Poppy in unison. Look at them moving top, seeing if they can pinch this Tahm Kench. Maybe?
Oh.
Maybe not.
Oh, they're feeling it. They're feeling the top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is if you've noticed where they're pathing, they're all focused on.
They've realized it. They've realized it too. That Tahm Kench is very alone here. I think they're gonna make
very alone and very fed.
Well, they have to retreat though. There's no wave, and Zero are hot on their heels looking for something. They won't find it. They'll both teams will just retreat now. Okay.
And I actually like what the X is doing. Like just farming in the bot and finding opportunities to get this out.
Poppy looking for a stun onto the Lee Sin. Jinx will get caught there. We'll pick off the Karma in response and flash out to safety. Again, Evo's aggression turned around on them, and they come out 1 for nothing. Very good play, Zero.
Axe against the wall. Zero knows how to give us what.
Very much so. Poppy looks like she's in trouble here. Obsidian uses the W to negate Lee's engage. A nice little Tahm Kench ult there to prevent the Everfrost from landing. They might have bitten off a bit too much than they can chew there. The Zaya's here. The Poppy lands the stun. Vex comes in with a beautiful 2-man fear. Will they have anything more? Vex will fall for her trouble. Lee Sin also a bit caught out, and Tahm Kench very far out without a hope. And is that 3? So that's a triple kill for Yen on the Rise. Okay, so this Rise got very big off that. So again, aggression turned around on them. So Zero this time, just overreaching slightly and ending up falling on their face. Are they going for a Baron here? They are. Interesting. They're on vision.
They're trying to get both, actually.
Oh, sorry, Herald, not Baron. I'm sorry, it's too early for me. Okay, so they've secured both objectives. I thought it was a bit optimistic.
Yeah.
That's why I'm casting and not playing. Far better than I am. Oh, wow, a fantastic rocket there. Snipe. There's 600 gold bounty as well on that. For just being a little sloppy with their positioning, and they get the dragon with the bonus. Poppy gonna miss the and it's gonna be taken out for their trouble for sure. Damn, this Jinx has been having a rough game, but is putting it to them now. Not messing around anymore. That's a huge shutdown and a huge swing of gold. They delayed the soul by at least 5 minutes now. And lovely little play from Zero.
So what we got from Zero, they delayed the soul of Evil, and Evil did not care to stop Orky, and they did not tried to stop Riverix early on, so now I think they're feeling the effects of those
Mm.
little things. Like you notice, like okay, these are the little things. Like okay, you need to focus this, and you need to focus stop. You need to stop them from farming and respect. And when you fail to do these little things, they're starting to add up with what they're having now. They're having to deal with now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think that Jinx now is feeling pretty good about themselves. They're still an item behind Zaya, but they're not far off. They're reaching, they're getting stronger. They're gonna go that late game threat that they always threaten to be. It's just whether they can protect them. Which, to be fair, Zero looked pretty good at protecting their carries the last couple of skirmishes. A Krug's take from Rise.
Not
MVP.
exactly the wisest. Not too wise since.
He's on his gold efficiency. He wants those CS numbers.
No, I mean like Sixer, if that's how you pronounce it. Um, he's on a go. He has CS deficiency and
Mm, there's a tablet
seems to
for
be
that, I
doing.
think.
He's doing pretty well. Like he may have quote unquote less items, but he seems to have He's starting to have a little more impact.
Yeah. So it looks like Herald going to be dropped by Evo in the top lane. In the meanwhile, Zaya and Kill are going to be caught in the mid lane. A TP coming to defend them. Zaya will escape of the cost of a flash, heal, and ult. So that's quite a big investment just for the single trade. The Poppy ult gets interrupted by the Nami ult, so will not end up going through. Zaya and Rise get caught up on the back of the Tom Kench, followed by the Bex, just to be wiped out by the Jinx. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. They had pressure top and they overplayed their hand. And that will concede the Baron as well. You
lost
feel
far
for
and
them.
got nothing.
Yeah, well they've got a couple of towers top, but they were always going to get those. They didn't need to throw their lives away mid in quite spectacular fashion. And they seem to be not respecting the Tom Kench engage. I think you might be right about the top lane carry of Boba with the ult. I don't think it's going to achieve much. They're a little early. Ooh, Nami may die here. On the heal to save. Okay. So Baron on 5.
But as I
Even
was
gold.
saying, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt as well. As I was saying, I've been on the receiving end of top div.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what evil feels when they like if it's ADC diff, you just target the ADC and all of a sudden it becomes so easy. Because
I can
ADCs are crybabies that tilt a lot.
definitely feel the bias coming through, but I think you're right. I think the damage numbers are nice, but if River's not landing these multi-man knockups, there's no engage, there's no fight, there's no win.
Yep. Yeah. Although that was just a joke about the
Actually,
AD
no,
carries.
I'm already messing with you. So Dragon coming up soon. 40 seconds or so. It's not Soul, it's Soul Point, I guess, for them now. They've looks like they've over
It's still so fun. You've got to relax, CJ. We're not good.
not
We're
quite.
not good. That's so weird.
They're trying to pressure this mid. They're getting some good chip damage. Rice TPing round to flank them. Another engage, another route onto the Lee Sin. Gragas going in with the engage. Jinx gets knocked back behind to the safety of her team. A questionable from Cena. A beautiful 3-man kick from Lee Sin there, but nothing will happen. Everyone will just walk away with their lives. That's what you want to see. Nothing happens. Okay, so a lot of ults used. No blood was spilled. They've still got positional advantage. Tom stands up a little too far, takes a big chunk of his health. They might regen that with the grey health. Jinx, stepping up. Lee Sin Q landing. He's got no kick now. So his threat is significantly reduced. We'll see how do they start a fight here? How does either team start a fight? I guess Tom gets W. Zaya still has ult.
Either Kench W or Vex R.
a little root there onto the Jinx. Very low now. Very gonna have to watch himself. Zaya takes a chunk load of damage for the Jinx, but will escape with her life and get a kill for her trouble. Vex, meanwhile, though, has just been splitting top. The whole while we were talking, has taken one tower and maybe is looking for an inhib. No one is basing yet. Bobo's looking like he's trying to base. He's just going to end up committing the teleport in the end to stop it.
Actually, Riverick took the.
He already took the tier 2?
He took it earlier, and yeah, they distracted us with the team fight, and we did not notice Riverix already got the tower.
So TP for TP trade there on that one to try and commit. So a little bit of perhaps of a wasted TP. I guess both teams just match it. In the end, nothing's lost. I mean, not a great use of Baron for Zero. They didn't even chip. They didn't even get mid tier 1. I'm not. I think Baron.
I was hoping for Zero actually, okay, everyone's mid, forget it, go back, go to the other lanes, because that's what I would think. Like, A ramming is useless. We're not playing A ram. There are other 2 lanes.
I think if they'd had gotten something out of that team fight, though, they would have been able to take a little bit more of the game with their Baron being so close to that mid-tier tower. Their pushing power would have been quite strong. But I agree. I think flipping it on a team fight, not sensible, is it, really?
No, it's not sensible. You will lose so many matches just by A ramming.
Coin flip, yeah. Burger flip, they call it, don't they? They flip the burger. Poppy, gonna finally spin.
Flip. It's like saying, okay, I will ask Lady Luck to help me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good luck.
Zaya and Jinx trading blows here, completely in isolation. Poppy will arrive first, miss the stun quite. Ooh, and will just dive to the Nami. My word, Jinx is getting out of control now. Perhaps a third. Tanking tower a little too long there. We'll die for it. Oh, no. That was weird. Is that, oh, okay, fine. So 2 quick kills there for Jinx. With no reply. Just caught unawares, I think, Zaya. I believe she died with ult up and flash. A bit of a misplay, I think, from Evo there.
It is. Big misplay from Evo. You lose your Zaya, you lose your damage.
It looks like they're coming out for Rise. You're not going to find much here. The kick to stop the ult. More go down. The kill goes over again to Jinx, who's had a really rough start, but is looking very strong right now. 7 on the goal shutdown on 7-3-3. A good performance, not to be understated by the supporting cast, should we say. A lot of these fights have been pretty clutch for the other members of the team. The Nami ults to interrupt the Poppy ulting has been pretty good. The Tarm engages have been pretty consistently good. There's a TP now from Tarm, from River, looking for Boba, and the W will land. They're still staying. This has taken a long time. He gobbles him up. He's going to bring him back to the team. And he'll just flash out to safety. The Poppy ult to keep him clear. A lot of disengage. A lot of ults used. Poppy walks by to stop the Jinx ult. Jinx free hitting though. Just seems to be melting the Poppy. Very squishy, very squishy. They've gone turbo chem tank. Not sure if that's standard, but definitely feeling it is standard, is it? The Jinx now really starting to melt those team members. They don't really have a way to withstand that. They'll have to finish her off. They can't sit there and tank. The Baron's going to be started up now. 5v5 instant. Nice little flank from Tarm. Lands it onto the. Ooh. The fear didn't quite go off there, so only Karma was feared there. Looks like Zaya's kiting backwards. Jinx on the backline has been pinned by the Poppy. Can flash away to safety, gets excited. Zaya looking for a return kill of her own. Will they find it? They do. The Jinx gets shut down there. A bit of a mismatch fight. It still continues though. Zaya looking for the snipe. Rise frontlining. Rise with the ult to catch Nami perhaps. And Time Kent's escaping. He's going to land the W. He lands the lick to keep him away and will flash to safety. Rise now in pursuit. This is a very long fight. All meanwhile, Gragas is just pushing towers. Rise gets gobbled up here into Lee Sin's arms. Perhaps he will be delivered. Rise is very tanky though. I don't think Chunky expected him to be quite so healthy. And Tom Kent is just living forever. He's just living forever. And Xayah on the backside will pick up the Vex kill, who only just respawned. So back to the Grace King for you. A very, very long fight. But a pretty decisive victory for Team Evo.
I wouldn't count it out.
We'll see.
Sorry.
They'll head on to the Baron now. Okay, so yeah, so the shutdown went across from Jinx onto the Xayah. The Jinx rocket would chunk out its Karma. We'll see if they secure the Baron, see if they can get out with their lives. They're gonna let them retreat. They are. They're gonna let them base and go for Dragon now, or at least they should be. Are they still running up They're still running up towards to check the recalls. I believe they do Dragon pretty quickly, but we'll see if this laps has any lasting standings in the result of the next time. So Baron on Evo. Dragon looks like it will be secured pretty quickly by Zero.
Yep.
It was a pretty good flank from the Poppy in that last fight to just isolate the Jinx and get them to 1 health. The Jinx now running in frontlining, well ahead of the
I only know Jinx as an AD carry, not an AD tank.
Porky's playing it like a tank. He's just no fear, running at them head first. I mean, it's working for him. So it's worked for him so far. We'll see if Evo can find a response. They do have some decent engage tools with the Gragas and the Poppy. Okay, so they'll begin the siege now. They weren't able to pick anyone off retreating from the Dragon. They did get that tier 2 mid tower. See what happens here. So Xayah taking a huge chunk from Jinx there. I don't think Jinx can realistically stay. We'll see if Evo are able to take advantage of the AD carry basing. They're buying time for Ryze, who is working away on that bot side. Not doing it terribly quickly, but as long as they don't engage or get engaged on, they should be fine. Okay, Target's going in with the engage. Wow! 3 members just get immediately blown up by the Xayah Feather. The damage is no joke, and Jinx is soon to follow. Oh, no they won't. They'll revive. They'll revive into the death, into Boba, taking that up. First kill of his game, he's on the board. The true top lane carry is here. Xayah take a knee. Okay, so it looks like Team Evo will push forward for the victory here. I don't think Vex can stop them. We'll see. I'm sure he'll give it a go, but I don't think he can hold them off here. Wow, what a game one at Team Evo. That was a roller coaster. That's a really good game. Okay. Oh,
Absolute banger of our first game.
yeah. Oh, we got at least one more. That's gonna be fun. Okay. Well played, Evo. Well played, Zero. They came back when they had no reason to go back in the game, but they did. Oh, right. So I believe, I'm not entirely sure of the schedule. I believe we're hopping straight into the next game, or we're having a little 5-minute break just to gather our thoughts and have a little drink. Yeah, should we take a 5-minute break?
I think it would be good for all of us.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, so we'll take that then. We'll take a little 5 minutes. And we'll see you guys back here for game 2 in 5 short minutes. So don't go anywhere.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Hello, welcome back to the SLE playoffs. We're joined here for the final of our first playoff game. So we've got Team Evo versus Team Zero, or Team Evo, I should say. We've concluded game one. No spoilers, but it was a bit of a banger. We're about to start draft for game two. What do you think of the first game?
It was an
Cool.
absolute banger of a. It's an absolute banger of a game. If you missed it, what are you doing watching SLE? You're watching playoffs already. It's a banger series. Every game is a banger series.
Oh, it really
Don't
is.
miss it.
It really is.
Subscribe, follow SLE. Am I right? If
We
you
shilling,
subscribe
we
and if you
shilling.
follow,
Oh yeah.
you
Hell
won't
yeah.
miss this banger of a series.
Oh, so there was a lot of takeaways from the previous game in terms of priority. I'm sure we'll develop our own little
Yep.
series meta and priorities. It looks like we're gonna hop into draft in just a second. But what did you think of the picks displayed? What were your highlights from game one? What would you think was can't really be let through again?
Mm,
Mhm.
if Evo respects the Lee, that would be good for them.
So we look like Zero taking out Nautilus Ari and Evo with a Lulu Victor Jinx ban. So the Jinx was a bit of an issue, and Zero responding in kind with Desire. So both ADs were huge carries for their team on either side of it, pumping out crazy numbers. So both of those picks are no longer on the table. So we'll see if either one of them have a backup planned.
It's not just that. If you had an issue with the carry last game, the jungle might as well ban some of the rain picks, am I right?
Indeed, and Ezreal locked in there for Evo. So that's their response to the Zaya ban. They'll just pay Ezreal. A nice safe pick. I don't know if he is particularly prominent in the meta currently, but
He is,
yeah.
but not too prominent. It's only if they're good, if their hands are extremely fast.
Oh, we saw these guys are good.
Yeah,
We all saw the
yes,
last game. It was pretty
yes,
moey good. And
yes.
Lucian Nami from 0 to 0.
Chef's kiss good.
He's fantastic. So Lucian Nami into potentially a Karma pick. So the Nami wasn't that impressive in lane. I think it was fine. It did get caught a lot by the bot lane of Evo. So we'll see if you're able to sort of shore up some of those weaknesses. Lucian Nami is
Yes,
a good bot lane. It's a good combo, isn't it? It's got
yep.
good synergy.
It's aggressive. It's got good synergy. What more could you ask for?
Because we saw that the bot lane for Zero were sort of struggling early. They lost a lot of plates without pressure. They were down sort of 10, 20 CS. The team
Spamming.
fights.
Like you could be down 10, 20 CS, but you get a shutdown with Jinx. It's game over.
Yeah, so we'll see if they're able to sort of limit that lead that they gave away so drastically early on, because they were really carrying later on, and if they hadn't perhaps given 4 kills over to Zaya, maybe they would have been an even better position to carry. Viego picked up by Evo, pretty decent jungler, I think, as I understand it currently. But again, that skill ceiling, and Diana to answer.
Oh, decent is either an understatement or overstatement. You will always see Viego in pro play. But that ruined king somehow, some way, he found his way into the meta of pro play. So you will always see him in pro play.
And we've got jungle and bot lanes for both teams now, so they're pinching the it looks like the mid lane is getting pinched the hardest. So LeBlanc for Zero, Vex for Evo. Vex was quietly in the background there, getting work done, and the Poppy to finish for Evo. And Poppy, I think, flipped it a lot. I think it was very powerful, but it did miss a couple of its swings of that hammer. So good to see that taken off the wet table. And there's Yas, as we mentioned previously in our preamble. Yas is quite highly contested by Zero's mid laner. He does play Yas. And Yas Diana as well, so good synergy from the side of Team Zero. I like their comp quite a lot of skirmish to it.
You just have to somehow execute it. Like, oh, wait. Oh, okay, I thought it would be the Bobo Renekton. No,
Yeah.
we're stuck with the Gragas.
Yeah. So Bobo on the Gragas, I mean, he did his job. He stayed there. He got hit by skill shots, didn't he? You can't really fault the lad.
I was waiting like, oh, we're gonna see Renekton.
Yeah. Okay, so a nice comp from Zero. Evo, see what the mid lane pick is into the Yas. Irelia. Wow. Okay. So we saw previously game 1 a lot of attention played towards the mid lane, and now we've got two very volatile mid laners in Yas and Irelia. We'll see who wins the 2v2. I think that probably will be our deciding factor this game. We'll see what they pick top lane. And a Malphite. Okay, so really playing for the Yas in the knockup, the Wombo combo knockup. Zero gaming here.
No, not only is it Wombo combo, Yas and Irelia. If they're played right, they do so well.
Yeah.
But if they're played in solo queue, you pray you get someone that knows how to use the 0-10 power spell.
Well, hopefully we won't see that today. We saw both teams played pretty well with their not giving up too many deaths needlessly. The ones they did give up were sort of a clutch turnaround from the other team, wasn't it? It was just good to see. It was just good to see. So in terms of looking at the drafts now, pound for pound, where are you? Let's start top lane. Gragas, Malphite, pretty dull, but I believe that's Gragas, and then after post 6, that's Malphite's lane to win or lose. We did actually see a solo kill, actually, didn't we, from River onto Boba? So maybe we've got some tank deaths going on potentially.
No,
No.
this is hard. This is harder for. This is harder for River than Bobo. Because what do you pick Malphite for? Against attack damage,
Yeah.
against physical damage. And who are you up against if you're Malphite in the situation? Gragas. And it's the AP run as fast as you can, Gragas. Not
Okay.
the
Okay.
and
So you give the
Gragas deals
edge.
a lot of
You give
yeah.
the edge to Boba then. You think Bobo? Sorry. You give Boba the edge in this one.
Yes, Bobo
Okay.
gets the edge.
That's interesting. That's interesting because I feel like River's Tom. I think he was the stronger pick in the 2v2 previously. So although
Yeah,
Evo were winning the
and
rest of the map, he died solo.
yeah, actually, Tom is actually a very good lane bully, especially if you're fighting against Gragas. But Malf, yeah, that it will just be a prayer that you somehow survive laning phase against a magic damage dealer.
We'll see. We'll see what River, if River's able to surprise us in that lane. Moving
We'll
now
see, we'll
to
see.
Viego Diana. Pound for pound, who are you favoring?
Pound for pound, I'm actually used to. This is actually quite tough.
Mm, yeah, it is because I think Viego's strength comes from his passive, surely. So in a straight 1v1, it's Diana's all day, right? Surely. But we'll
Surely,
see if
yeah.
we'll see if the nerfs hurt him too much, because I believe he's been hit a couple of times with the old nerf bats, has Viego. And then move to mid lane, Irelia Yas. This should be spicy. We did see not too much 1v1 action because it was Vex into Rise. It's pretty hard for the Rise to close, and likewise for the Vex, who just gets sort of stunted by each other. But two very skill expressive champions facing up against you, against two players who were not afraid to trade quite aggressively and had jungle help. It's going to be good.
It is, it is. Although I do expect it's gonna be a slower jungle. But overall, I think it might be 0 if they play their cards right.
But
Somehow.
mm,
But if 0 doesn't, sorry to say that. uh, For me personally, I think I'm gonna have to stick with Evo's lineup because the iconic Karma support and Bobo's Gragas went through again.
yes, yeah, and the kills karma looked very clean. He got punished a couple of times from playing a bit too aggressive, but it was very dominant in the bot lane. And yeah, and I think Ori's Zaya as well was very, very good. Just mechanically being in the right place and attack moving well. I'm interested to see how he does on Ezreal.
Actually, I am as well. Ezreal's this skill expressive champion that everyone wants to have their fast hands on.
Yeah, I think he definitely looks impressive. We'll see if it's a slightly different play style, isn't it? There are still you're yeah, you're a bit yeah, it's a bit trickier to get all the damage off that you want to get off. Like you can land Qs, but if you're hitting Malphite, what are you doing? You want to be able to position in a way which you don't have to hit the Malphite. You can take a choice, play on the edge of your your E range, so you're able to evade at the last second. So he should have the same safety as he had previously, but he did die an awful lot previously. Despite the lead, he did get caught out a little bit. So interesting to see how he pilots this.
All right, we're gonna go triple hydrate, and I think a lot of chat they were saying 1.1:5. So if you bet on Evo, imagine your payout.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think team fight. I think zero team fight looks pretty good, pretty disgusting. They've got a lot of ways to start a fight and a lot of damage to follow that up. And Evo don't really have that great a team fight. They've got if they're fed, their champs are busted. Like a Viego and Aurelia that's ahead is get away. Same with even Ezreal. He was so safe. He'll be able to start shredding them if they don't get a lead. But in terms of even states, I think I favor zero with you here.
Yeah, it's just about zero surviving the laning phase.
Yeah. I like the bravado though of the Yas into the Aurelia. I like that. It should be bloody and it should be exciting to see if they're able to well, because they had the jungle attention last time, didn't they? The junglers just sat mid for the first 5 minutes. Admittedly, Obsidian on the Poppy then sat in between the tier 1, tier 2 towers of poor old Torquay's lane and just dumpstered the Jinx over and over again. So we'll see if they're able to relinquish that lead or at least get any lead and move it around the map.
And from what I see, it looks a whole lot like Zero is now going to panic if Lucian doesn't get the lead. But I pray that Zero gives us a game 3, as chat has been requesting. Please give us game 3.
Well, they gave it a good go last time. I can't see why they wouldn't at least come close this time. It was because it was messy. But it was messy in a good way. It was messy because they're both so good. There was too much clutch plays, as you said, going on. Just waiting to load in now. So something that I think we haven't touched on. What did you make of the emergency sub? What did you make of their synergy in the bot lane for Zero Gaming? Did you feel like it wasn't there? Did you feel like it was fine? What did you make of that?
I felt that he was a bit lost away because it felt like he didn't position as well, or I'm not sure what Weezu had or what's on his mind because, as I said, I tried playing with an emergency sub and tried competing in Drift in the EMEA Championship. The emergency sub thing didn't end well. We got dumpstered.
So no invade this time. Looks like we're just gonna go with a standard
No.
5-point. Everyone matching each other. A bit of a nuance, but Evo have warded their bushes down the bottom there, the lane bushes. So expecting some shenanigans and in top. Interesting.
I mean, after last game's shenanigans, no one wants to repeat all that. No.
True. But looks like nothing's gonna happen here. Just gonna go to the buffs. We've got again, I believe, unless Viego's gonna base right now, that he is starting top side. So we have opposite junglers pathing away from each other. Interesting choice. I guess they'll both meet mid as they did last time. I expect Viego going leashless though.
Viego has a decently fast clear.
Oh, okay. So he shouldn't bother him too much then. Okay, Gragas Barber looking for a little bit of an early lane pressure with the jungler knowing he's right behind him. Will reveal himself. Nothing will happen of it. Okay. So again, the Karma just 1v9ing the lane. Just the power of that empowered Q is just a little bit strong, isn't it? Lucian takes half his health bar immediately before level 2. And Karma's maybe broken 100 health, maybe?
Not only is it 100 health, literally Karma's just spamming Q.
Yeah. This is a tough lane for Torquay. He's getting hit by everything, but they are still
Must be
looking like they
Q's
got
favorite
the
at
level
this
2
point.
comes over to ill. Yeah. Kill the level 2 coming in for Team Evo, but they missed the root that's not allowed. The exhaust will come through. The Q will miss and the ignite will follow. First blood goes over to Evo. Ooh, Torquay comes back with a response. The Q misses from Ori and we'll pick him up. Okay, 2-for-1 trade there. First blood going over to Evo. Lucian getting the return kill. I believe the wave's not in a great state, but that's a lot of blood. The level 2 was not respected there. They're lucky to get anything out of it. Ignite wasn't even used from kill there. A little bit
Not
maybe
only that,
sus.
from what I see, it's gonna be like Ori just okay. I'll just farm a bit then finish. I'll come back to base. Need to get items.
And much like game 1, Ori with a bit of a lead over Torquay. We'll see if he's able to do anything with it. Ezreal obviously gonna have his tier now on his base, which is pretty prominent. I don't even know if they still build tier. For sure.
Well, as someone who has tried Lucian, yes, his early game power is so good. But if you start losing your lead, you start to panic. And the panic is real.
Well, I mean, last game
I hope Torque doesn't panic.
he was like dove at tier 2 at like level 2. He came back to nearly carry that game. I think he's got a good mentor. You'd hope after that.
You know, I really hope.
So Diana looking mid, see if anything can happen onto Yon. Doesn't like he's taking the bait. Happy to keep up the lane there. Viego happy to do a full clear, just sitting behind his bot lane. Looks like it could be an angle. There is a one red ward behind them to spot the gank if it does happen. I don't know if Viego is particularly interested in ganking them though. There's a huge wave there. Ezreal can't really offer much. And yeah, he will just take the reset. Okay, so a little bit of bloodshed in the bot lane. Mid lane, it looks like is pretty even. No one has invested their jungle there to tip that scales. As we say that, little dash into nothing. Okay, right, a nice settled early game. This does sort of mirror game 1. It was bot lane killed each other and then nothing happened, and then bot lane killed each other.
It doesn't mirror game 1. Game 1 was way more hectic even for us. Okay,
Diana looking for a rallier again on the mid. Seems to be fishing quite a lot. Doesn't seem to find it again. Maybe time to invest it somewhere else. Although, where do you gank? If you're Diana, where are you looking? The Karma Ezreal have such range. They shouldn't really ever get hit by the bubble. And the same.
Why would you try ganking bot if that's the situation?
It's only
you're
mid.
Diana, it's only mid and top at this point. And then you gotta be careful as Diana. Oh, just noticed the runes. It's
anything
this
interesting?
Mouth. Yeah, it's this mouth, not the tank mouth.
Oh, just getting word from the producer that Yatu actually missed the cannon there, so
yeah, well,
perhaps the mental game going in. They're a little 2v2 down on bot lane, and Diana's looking for the top lane dive potentially, or just making sure that Gragas can't freeze the wave there. Okay, everybody calm down.
It can be both ways, and that's what missing the cannon. My.
Ori has been pretty good with these cues.
Either it's been too embarrassing that the producer put the camera away from the Yas, or we just didn't notice it.
Poor fella. So it looks like Evo are going to be securing first dragon again. So another good sort of strong bot lane performance translated into early dragons from Team Evo. That's good to see. I'm kind of quietly impressed with the sort of cues from Ori, the Ezreal. He's been landing a lot of them. I don't think he should. He's sort of clipping the edge of Lucian, and it's definitely hurting them. They're down 10 CS ish. No, like 8 CS. So not crazy, but with the 2 kills, again another Q lands. Lucian oversteps a little bit, takes a big chunk of damage, and now it turns out that Ori didn't want to base after all. He's going to stay for one more wave, and Lucian and Nami have to give up the cannon wave for that. A little bit greedy there, and it will cost them.
It's wrong giving up a cannon wave. No, just kidding.
Yeah. In the meantime, River looking to cover Chanky as he steals a little blue buff for himself. Viego's on his way, and hopefully he will spot them, but it looks like he's going to be too slow, and we'll just discover that his blue buff has been stolen. Very swanky little play there. It has come at the detriment of River CS. He is down quite a bit. He has a wave coming into him, to be fair, actually, so he should get most of that at null point.
No. It looks like a bad move. You're a top laner. Like, try to get more EXP. You don't need to stay in. Don't need to get more the CS. Because what top laners do is, okay, I'm at a disadvantage. EXP. EXP CS. Like, you don't kill them, but you still get EXP. That's what top laners focus on.
Okay. Not too bad. Still be useful, I suppose, as a Malphite with an ult. Obsidian picking up the Rift Herald now, so managed to secure himself both First Dragon and Rift Herald, both neutrals going over to Team Evo. We'll see if he's able to get any plates off that. Where would you like to see this Herald placed?
There are lots of good places. Top is not one of them.
Top is not one of them. Okay.
No, leave top be. We don't need.
It looks like there's a fight going on bot lane and top lane simultaneously. Sudan is looking to gank, and both Karma Flash comes out there. Gragas looking for the dive, the flash out to live. Oh, the solo bolo. River, oh goodness me, unfortunate. You were right there with the Gragas having the advantage in that one, and Boba putting it to the test. Obsidian meeting Shanky. Looking like he's just going to kill him on his own as well. No, just will flash to safety. The Nami heal will help, but he's out of there. Yasuo is now in trouble. Aurelia's moving in there with just the 1v9 true damage. Karma there for a shield, just for moral support, but pretty much a 1v1 there for the Yone there.
As I was saying, the Rift Herald, it's either mid or bot. Any choice would not harm you.
Looks like they're putting it for bot. Looks like they're going to try and get a dive here as well, or not. Yeah, okay. Viego gets chunked and they are out of there. So just place. It looks like no. Say again. Ori is flexing his mastery of the champion. Kill will pick the kill up, but that was pretty much all Ori there. Lanny, fantastic Ezreal Qs. Very nice to see. Something out of nothing. Well done, Team Evo.
Literally well done.
Yeah.
That solo kill from.
Oh, Chunky coming in with the ult there. Will catch the Ezreal even after the E. The flash to keep him to safety. Is he too far away? Has the flash to follow. He will not get the return kill and will die for his sins. A 200 gold shutdown going over to, I believe, Yas. I did just miss that. Very nice for Yas there. And Aurelia just flexing on the Malphite with the... Oh, maybe not actually. Maybe not. Maybe a bit too much there. They're looking at the gold value. So Yas now... No, they're still pretty even, to be fair. But there's a huge... Look at the gold lead on the bot. Look at Ezreal's to Lucian's gold there. And in fact, Lucian... Oh, Torquay very nearly got himself killed there. Basing far too close to Evo's side. That is not your territory anymore, Torquay. Goodness me.
Is this a mix of a classic build? Classic Ezreal build?
Oh, yeah.
Like
OG.
This is classic. Like, Triforce Ezreal. That's OG.
What year is it?
I think that's like season 8 or season. 9, I think, or season 10. I
Very good.
remember Triforce was all before Triforce Rush was all before the mythics happened.
Yeah, Obsidian will be spotted out here into the Malphite or into the Yasuo and just got picked off before he could click any of his buttons. That's how that combo works, guys. And combo will fall as well. So 2 for nothing, 0 again, falling behind quite substantially, only to just find picks out of nowhere. So they will secure themselves the second dragon of the game, the Cloud Dragon. Already looking for Malphite, not going to find it. Well played, Zero, looking at you playing really well around vision to just pick off Obsidian, walking a bit of a greedy path without full knowledge of where his team was. And Ori again, just gonna die in the 2v1. His support's dead. He's got E up. He just sits behind the tower. The wave's coming into him, but no, he has to stand up. He has to take a full culling to the face, and we'll fall for it. Ori coming, throwing his life away there.
From what I see, I think it's more. It's. I've been noticing something like. I don't know. I kept placing my finger on it. It's starting to look a lot like people favorite, but then wait.
Yeah, looks like the 2v2 coming in there from Evo. Evo going to take the 1v1, but River's... Oh, River, nice flash there to live, and he'll actually escape with his life. Yas is here to join the fight. Maybe he can clean up Obsidian. Dash to that. Will he get... Boba's going to stop it, and it's going to come for nothing. So 1 for 1 there. A good flash from River to save his life to mitigate the damage there. I say that as he takes a bit of chunk. Ah, it's fine. It's tanks, isn't it? Turbo Cam Tank, he shouldn't kill him, right? Right? No, he does! The little flash play keeps us on our toes as our Boba. Very impressive.
Wait, so Bobo is now going mega tank. Correct, yes, as we have. I think either Bobo was listening on the stream or something.
Wow, I mean, it's to his detriment, right? He's playing well though. He's playing really well though. That was a nasty little play to secure himself another solo bowler. I mean, Obsidian helped still.
While things are pretty calm, chat was asking why Pajama Guardian Ezreal isn't banned. Pajama Guardian should not be banned. Do you agree with me, CJ?
I do. What? Why is it banned? Is it a moral thing or is it a visual thing? Is it one of those?
I'm not sure with chat.
I think they just don't like it. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, Pajama Guardian is cute.
Well, I've always thought. So I've been sort of spitballing some skin ideas, and I've always thought Fezreal would be a nice skin. So it's like base Ezreal, but he's got a Fez. Any thoughts? Yeah, nay. Would you buy my Kickstarter? I say that. Ori is just gonna go in. He doesn't care what we're talking about. He's gonna go get 2 kills for himself under the tower, kill the tower for his own sake. Pick him up a nice play. Yone coming in there just to fall at the last second. Oh my goodness, Shanky coming in there to save River at the last possible second. And he will die for his sins overstaying. And River, are you gonna die for everything? He dies for nothing? He dies for nothing. Unfortunate. A little overstay there from Zero. They played well, and they sort of ifed and ummed, and they got caught. Well played, Evo.
Yeah, Evo played so well that Ori started getting double kills when he heard your idea of the Ezreal with the Fez.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Riot, hit me up. I'll do some sketches. Fine. Oh. Okay, back to the game then. So Herald looks like it was started up by Yas. I don't think he's gonna fancy it though, and Obsidian's gonna take over that quite nicely. So we've had a lot of action the last couple of minutes. We've had a lot of kills go down, and it looks like we might get another one. The Zero are coming to contest this Herald. They look like they're pretty far out, but they are pinching.
They're trying to contest. It doesn't look like they are contesting. They're trying to contest.
Well, they have the Malphite is down, but they believe they still have the Diana Yas combo. So they are still very dangerous in these team fights. Our Team Zero. Ori now joining. Ori very fed. The Aurelia ult misses into the wall. The Diana ult hits, but Yas unable to answer because of the Boba's Gragas ult to keep them all apart. Ori is now eating forwards aggressively into 4. He gets away with it too. He's able to kill not 1, not 2, not 3. Nah, maybe 3. Okay. Now he's going to run away now. Very good play from Team Evo. Very good team fighting. Against the superior team fighting comp. Very impressive. I think Nami might have met his doom now. Will get run down by the support v support. Maybe? No, the bubble gets it and he walks out. Okay. Okay.
Imagine getting run over and losing to support combat.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to watch these two play. That was fantastic from both players, both teams executing their team fight comps perfectly, and it's just not working out. The Gragas ult there to stop the Yas getting the 4-man ult, fantastic. The Yasuo wall to stop the Aurelia ult coming in, fantastic. And as we say that, it looks like Obsidian went for the dragon. We'll get it, but we'll cost him his life. So, I mean, trade for dragon, that's what junglers are for, isn't it? Smiting things, so fair play.
All is fair. All is fair when you're getting objective.
So Zero now looking to siege mid. I think Ori's got no trouble in the Ezreal clearing that wave. Yone looking for a little pick of his own, doesn't quite get it. I think he fancied himself there. I expect a 1-item Aurelia beats 2 champions. It's usually how that goes. So in terms of team strength, right now there's a huge gold lead for Evo. And I think it's going to be tricky for Zero to come back now. They don't quite have the... They have late game, but they don't quite have the hyper carry of the Jinx like they did last time to fall back on. But they do have some tools, definitely.
Only hyper carry they have is Yasuo. And he hasn't been able to get his ult in, and so has Chanky Fudo.
Yeah, well they need the synergy. They need them both to land, and they've been denied a couple of times now by the Gragas. His casks have been fantastic. They're just denying that engage from them. We'll be interested to see if what they go for build here. It looks like they're running to try and collapse from the Malphite. I don't expect, unless Malphite hangs around, nothing to come of this. So Aurelia splitting bot. We've got 3 men from Zero looking to just take back vision, just control the map a little bit, because they work best, I believe, from fog. If Malphite can come from nowhere, crush them, Yas will follow. Great. If they have to stand up and Ezreal has time to reposition, it's going to get a little hairy for them. As we see that Boba looking in a little bit of trouble. Malphite will land, Yas will land. Oh, they don't quite have the damage though. He'll get under the tower to safety. That's 3 ults for 1 and a flash. In the meantime, there's a 2v2 in the mid lane. We've seen this before, and it doesn't look like it's going to change the outcome, except... Yeah, it will. Yeah, kill goes down. Kill gets the kill there, and Obsidian looking like he's running for his life. I don't know why he thought he could take 1v3 while his teams should be just hacking that mid tower down, right? Surely, but no, they want blood. They smell blood. They're on their side of the map now. They're hungry. They're hunting. Ori landing Q after Q after Q. Cranky, I don't think you're going to find it. Sheaf, unlucky. Unfortunate. They blew... Zero there blew 3 ults for the super fed tank of Bobo. I mean, it's
That was their biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Just focusing so much of the resources on the Bobo.
Yeah. I don't know what they thought it was going to happen. He's proven he's sort of an unkillable beast this game, at least.
Well, he's running Turbo Camp tank, and then he's got the defensive gear item. Yeah. I have to... It's not rocket science. It's just calculus. No, just kidding. Even calculus can't calculate how much damage you need to put to Bobo.
Oh my goodness, the roast. Well, hopefully they learn, because the game's not over. They do have, they've lost their Baron, but hopefully they can...
Over. It ain't over until it's over, and we are requesting for a game 3.
Yes, we do. We would like to see it. So Zero need to sort of stop ulting the Gragas, but we'll see. I mean, it's tricky for them though. They have all these picks to get on, but landing it onto the Ezreal is going to be tricky. It's going to require Ori to overstep, which he does do. He's done it twice this game already, but that's not like that. Lands into the bubble, but does kill the Lucian in response. The River having to ult away to safety, so that ult is down now. They've lost their AD carry. The Baron buff is still on. They're pushing in. They've only got a cannon. So shouldn't get too much from this. But without the Wombo, Yas is now coming in. Diana doesn't want to get chunked quite yet because she's the engage right now. Malphite looking to fight an Aurelia in the bot and will win that fight actually. Yas moving in now. Aurelia ought to come out to answer. Ezreal and Gragas flanking. There's a lot of pressure coming on from Zero. We'll see if they can answer it. So just using the Baron to wind down the clock, take down the inhibitor. So mid inhib will fall. Will they get anything else from it? It looks like they won't. They take the cheeky Hex Gate out there. Very good, very good. And they're going to go regroup to get their third dragon of the game. And it looks like it will be uncontested. And it's hard for Zero now. Their whole jungle is warded. They've lost mid inhib. They're losing bot inhib. Yone is looking to keep the pressure up, but it's still got Baron. Just draw more members there. Very clean game looking from Evo. They've seemed to have shorn up a lot of those over aggressive mistakes that we saw on game. I say that as Boba's looking for something. No, he's not.
He is.
No.
He is. Well, why would he stay in the jungle?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. He's thirsty. He's hungry. He wants it. He will find the Malphite. It's not the right target. It does take a decent chunk of damage from him, though. He is not that tanky with between the Karma and the Gragas. Losing half his health there.
So I stated earlier, Malphite isn't good for it's like saying, Malphite into more difficult.
And as you say that, he will just drop to Ori. Just 1, 2, 3 Qs and he's down. A beautiful engage from Boba. Knocks the team out. The wonderful Diana ult comes in. The Yas will get the follow-up. Doesn't quite get the ult off. I think he was CC'd by Gragas again. And the cleanup from Ori is too good. It's too good. I don't think we're going to get a game 3, guys, if I'm being honest. I think they're going to end right here. A fantastic display from Team Evo. Goodness me, yeah. So all talk he can do after a fantastic game 1 performance, a rough game he's had this day, is just watch as his Nexus falls. It's not the game, not the series you wanted to see. The Malphite will land. The damage just isn't there. They can't even get through the Karma shield. Malphite will fall a second time, and Tolkien will follow him. Team Evo will take the game. Well played, Team Evo. They're gonna have some fun with them. They're gonna pad their KDAs out a little bit, try and get those fantasy league points up. But a kind of a back and forth game 1, but a bit of a commanding performance from game 2.
Absolutely commanding.
Yeah, you like to see it though. I feel like there was some adaptation from game to game. I feel like game 1 they were testing things, they were trying things, and they got burnt when they went in a bit too deep. But they pulled back, they gathered their thoughts, and they came at game 2 with a lot more precision rather than just blind aggression.
I don't think it was blind aggression.
No? Elaborate. What did you think? What was game 1?
Game 1 was more about the chaos.
Yeah. Just raw chaos.
Yes, but game 2 was more about steady. Let's see who gonna win. Just be steady. Don't rush. Don't rush. Don't make any hasty decision, or you're doomed.
Okay. Well, with that concludes our series for today. So we have so Team Evo will move on to play, I believe. So both teams aren't out, so they have a second chance. So this was the top bracket, last game of the top bracket. So the way that playoffs work is Team Evo will now go on to oh gosh, I can't read that. We'll go on to the upper bracket, and Team Zero will go down to the losers bracket. Tomorrow, we've got RT1 versus Goodshai Gaming, so they'll kick off the second round of the bracket. We look forward to seeing that. Any closing thoughts on today's match?
There aren't that many closing thoughts in this match, except I know Zero Gaming will give us a good match. Who knows? They might even pull a T2 on us, where they completely sweep the lower bracket
They
cleanly.
looked very scary. Even when they were losing, you didn't know if they were done. They still had more to come.
They had a lot of fight in them. And
Yeah,
stay strong and don't let it affect your mental. You want to see
definitely.
more of that.
Definitely, absolutely. Right, well, with that, I think the broadcast will come to an end now. Thank you for
Alright.
watching. Oh, closing thoughts?
No, it's not closing thoughts. Have our audience remember that tomorrow we might have RT1 versus Gucci Gaming.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It will be another banger, as they always are in the SLE. We're not,
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, guys. Oh, we're getting word from the producer about scheduling and delays and such. But we don't want to leave you with that. We'll leave you with the high of what we've just seen, Evo versus Zero Gaming. Thank you for joining us. I've been CJ Brother, joined by,
And I'm Kokaitos.
we'll
Signing
see you
out.
next time.
And we're signing out as today's guest.